Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Bump and Run podcast, gambling segment. I'm your host, Matt, the Stat Man Reilly. Thanks for finding this video. Hopefully we can win you some money this week. The NASCAR Cup Series is going to Kansas for the AdventHealth 400, Sunday, May 15th at 3 p.m. I'm really excited about this. It is a 1.5-mile track, but Kansas tends to put on some good racing. If you listen to, first of all, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Tell your friends about us. Hopefully we can win you guys some money so you guys can even spread the word even more. Don't forget to go follow us on Twitter. You can find us at Bump and Run Pod on Twitter. That's at Bump, the letter N, Run Pod on Twitter. We try to be as engaging as possible. We try to make things fun over there. And sometimes we could be a little informative. Sometimes we could poke fun and have fun and all that. So once again, thanks for finding us. And you guys are here for one reason, right? To hear some gambling stats. So I'm going to give them to you. Let's just jump right into it. At the end of the episode of the Bump and Run podcast this week, our host, Michael D. White, picked Kyle Larson. The winner of this race the last time the Cup Series was here last fall. Kyle Larson started on the pole and he finished first. So it was a domination by him in what would eventually become a championship run for him. Even though it's not Kansas, probably isn't Larson's best track. It's not really saying anything because Kyle Larson's great everywhere, really. So, take that with a grain of salt. He has an average finish of 15.5 here at Kansas. He's got 4 top 5s and 6 top 10s out of 14 starts at Kansas in the Cup Series. So not awful. And again, he does have that win here the last time the Cup Series rolled into town at Kansas. According to Fanduel's, Kyle Larson is officially our favorite at a plus 600. I'm recording this about 11:45 on Saturday, May 14th. So qualifying and practice is later on this afternoon. So depending on what happens there, I'm sure some of the odds that I'm going to give you in this video are bound to change a little bit. But all the lines are provided by FanDuel. So Kyle Larson is our favorite at plus 600. So $10 does wins you 60. Still great odds, a great chance to win some money if Kyle Larson does win the race. Our co-host Eric Daytona Ron picked Alex Bowman, and Eric didn't really have any stats to back it up. He just kind of went off of a gut feeling, and sometimes that's all it takes to make a pick, right? Because at the end of the day, we're just kind of guessing. Anything could happen, but Eric feels like Bowman's going to win this race. He is a bit of a long shot according to FanDuel's. He is plus 1,300. So if you do take Alex Bowman to win this race and you throw $10 down, he'll win you $130 if he won that race. Bowman, not great at Kansas. He's got 13 starts. He's only got 2 top 5s. He's got 5 top 10s. And an average finish of 17.5 at Kansas, so not wonderful, but also not awful as well. Bowman's just one of those consistent guys that you never know. He's typically probably going to get you a top 10 at a lot of these tracks, depending on a number of circumstances, whether there's any mechanical issues, if he avoids all the wrecks and everything. He's pretty solid for a top 10, top 15. His best finish at this track is second, so he's proven that he can run up front at Kansas. It's just the win has eluded him here. So, again, a bit of a long shot, but again, Eric went with his gut. I personally think that there's better options available to you if you're going to throw some money down on an individual driver to win the race. But you never know. Some might say Alex Bowman might find his way backing into a win. I believe that was Kyle Busch who said that. Speaking of Kyle Busch, as I have a seamless segue to my pick, I picked Kyle Busch to win the race. Kyle Busch is at a plus 700, which I believe he's tied with maybe Chase Elliott and possibly Denny Hamlin as the second favorite to win this race. So $10 would win you $70 if Kyle Busch wins this race. Kyle Busch has been outstanding here as of late at Kansas, which is why I picked him. Also, why I picked him is because typically after he throws a little bit of a temper tantrum, like he kind of did last week by leaving his car in the middle of pit road there, he typically rebounds and has a great finish. He did have the birth of his daughter was this past week, so congratulations to him. I know this probably will never get back to him, but that's super cool. So maybe he's just in a better headspace going into this race, and maybe he's willing to go out and win this race. So he's got 28 starts here. He's got 2 wins here, including this spring race last year. So he did win here as recently as last year. He's got 9 top 5s. 13 top 10s, which is the 13 top 10s is about 46% of the races he's ran here. He's finished in the top 10, so almost half. I really like that. And in the past 7 races, he's finished in the top 5 4 times. So he's on kind of a hot streak here at Kansas. I really like him. Like I said, at plus 700, I think those are really good odds for him. If you want to jump on those now to win that race, I think you have a real good shot at winning some money there. And then to kind of wrap up, I'm going to get into my long shot. And I think maybe for the time being, Eric Jones might be my long shot for every track that we go to going forward. He's been a little snake bit with some bad luck. I don't think some of his finishes indicate, how good he really has run in that 43 car. But I really like Eric Jones. He's a plus 3,500 to win the race, according to Fanduel. So $10 would win you $350 if Eric Jones won the race. I think it's a bit of a stretch. I think a lot would really have to happen in order to really see him win this race. But I think a top 10 is well within reason for Eric Jones. And it looks like FanDuel agrees with me. He's actually minus 105 to get a top 10 finish. So if you threw $10 down, you would only win $9.50 back if Eric Jones finished in the top 10. I like that. I like Eric Jones finishing in the top 10. He's been running really good. And actually, I looked at the loop data for the season to date so far, and some things really popped out to me with Eric Jones. So far, Eric Jones is 5th in quality passes with 831 quality passes. What is a quality pass, you might ask yourself? It's passing a car inside the top 15 under green flag conditions. It's a really good stat to show how good a car really is. And Eric Jones is 5th in that category of all drivers this season. His average finish is 17.7, which is up from last year. And it actually should be even a little higher than that in my mind, but he does have 3 DNFs that do pull that average down a little bit. And then the percentage of time running inside the top 15 is 53%. So 53% of his laps completed this year have been inside the top 15. For a team that some might consider a tier 2 or even maybe a tier 3 team, that's really good. Eric Jones is one of the most talented guys we have on the circuit. So that's why I like him as the long shot. Like I said, to win the race, doubtful. To get a top 10 though, I really like that as long as he can stay out of trouble. And that's like I said, that's my long shot. And those are the stats that I have. Wanted to make this quick here today for you guys. Like I said, we still have practice and qualifying this afternoon. I personally don't put a lot of emphasis into qualifying, but practice does at least show us a little bit of who might be the players this weekend. So, again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends. Hopefully, we can win you some money, and you can tell your friends that you want some money from us, so we get more followers. Don't forget to again follow us on Twitter at Bump and Run Pod. That's Bump the letter N Run Pod on Twitter. And don't forget, hey, listen. Throw your comments or throw your race picks down in the comments here. Let's see who's right and who's wrong. Hopefully it's a good one. Like I said, Kansas, the AdventHealth 400, Sunday, May 15th, which is tomorrow at 3 p.m. So those are your gambling stats. Good luck, guys. Gamble responsibly and enjoy the race tomorrow.